There once lived a renowned Zen master hidden in the hills of a faraway village. People from distant lands traveled to seek his wisdom, believing he held a secret to happiness, peace, and a meaningful life. One morning, a young man named Riku arrived at the master's doorstep. His heart was heavy, burdened with regret, fear, and the endless pressure of expectations. He had lost direction in life and was desperate for answers. The old master welcomed him with a warm smile and invited him to walk through the garden. As they walked, the master said nothing. Only the sounds of the birds, the breeze in the trees, and the crunch of stones under their feet filled the air. After a long silence, Riku couldn't hold it any more. "Master," he cried, "I have lost everything, my dreams, my confidence, even my hope. I feel trapped inside a life that isn't mine. Please, tell me how to fix this. How can I find happiness again?" The master stopped by a small, fragile-looking bamboo tree, swaying gently in the wind. He pointed to it and said, "Look at this bamboo. It bends with the wind, but never breaks. Do you know why?" Riku shook his head. The master continued, "Because the bamboo has learned the secret of survival, flexibility. When storms come, the rigid trees snap, but the bamboo endures by bowing low, allowing the storm to pass." Riku listened carefully, but he wasn't satisfied. "But master," he insisted, "what if the storms never end? What if life keeps pushing me down?" The old man chuckled softly, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. "Then," he said, "you must become like the bamboo's roots, deep, hidden, but unshakable. Storms may bend you, but if your roots are strong, they cannot uproot your spirit." They continued walking until they reached a small pond. The master handed Riku a stone and said, "Throw it into the water." Riku obeyed, and ripples spread across the surface. "Now," the master said, "try to stop the ripples." Confused, Riku placed his hands on the water, but the ripples only grew. He tried blowing on them, blocking them, but the surface remained disturbed. Frustrated, he looked up. The master smiled kindly and said, "You see, Riku, the harder you try to control life's disturbances, the more you disturb your own peace. True wisdom is not about stopping the ripples. It is about letting them pass." Riku lowered his head, realizing he had spent his whole life fighting storms, ripples, and changes. Instead of flowing with them, the master placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Let go of what you cannot control," he whispered, "and anchor yourself in what you can, your heart, your values, your inner peace." "Life will never be free from storms," he added, "but when you stop fighting the winds and start dancing with them, you will discover a freedom that no one can take away." Tears welled up in Riku's eyes, but for the first time they were not tears of despair. They were tears of release, of understanding, of hope. That day, Riku didn't just learn a lesson. He experienced a transformation, a shift from clinging to letting go, from fear to trust. He left the master's garden with no magical formula, no grand treasure, only a simple, profound truth. Bend like the bamboo. Root yourself deeply and let the storms pass. Do not fight the ripples. Trust in your own strength to remain still within. Years later, Riku shared this wisdom with others, friends, family, strangers. Each time he did, a life changed. One by one, hearts began to heal, minds found peace, and burdens grew lighter. The Zen master's lesson lived on, carried by a million voices, healing a million lives, and it still echoes today. Maybe now in yours too.